Okay guys, welcome back to the Large Time Farmer series. We got the shed all organized. It may have already been organized, but Nate got a crazy idea. And his crazy idea is to start planting some wheat. So wheat you can now plant September through October. So me and Nate, and he's actually, I think he's already on my computer looking at tractors. Nate, get off the gosh darn computer, man. Hey, don't hit the purchase button yet.
That's no fun.
Okay, did we decide what air seeder we're gonna buy?
No, I was looking at tractors first.
Okay. I think me and Nate, this is one thing we can agree on. We want to go with a Case IH air seeder. We want to go with a 60-foot air seeder here. And it has a big bulk and seed tank on the back. So this is what we're going to go with. Now me and Nate are trying to decide on tractors, and it looks like he's already looking at deer. I kind of want to go the Case IH route, but we're going to price some tractors out on Machinery Pete and see what we can come up with. Okay, this guy is like the king of machinery. He's been the legend forever on machinery. We're going to go to tractors. We got a 9RX that we could buy. We know we need like 450 horse on the seeder, at least 450 horsepower on the seeder. We could buy like a 9220, although that would be too low of horsepower, most likely. Could buy still 370. 370 is going to be too low horse. Nate, what are you thinking?
I ain't even seen anything that piqued my interest yet.
Okay, I'll keep going.
I mean, we're getting a Case air seeder, so I think we might need a Case tractor as well. They gotta look the same.
Honestly, Nate, 2017 Case IH Steiger 500 Rowtrac, 309 grand, 2,500 hours. Not bad, Nate. It's in good condition. Like, what do you say? Make this guy an offer?
Yep, let's go ahead and make an offer on that.
Perfect. Okay, guys, I'm on my way back to the farm, and we got a long drive from the Case IH dealership, like a 20 or 30 minute drive, but I've got our air seeder. It's a 60 footer, and it's got the bulk tank in the back. And I'm pulling it with the 9430T because it was like the only tractor we had available at the time, even though this is going to be our tillage tractor. So that's why we're buying that Rowtrac over there. And actually, Nate is heading out to, I forgot what part of Iowa that was in, but he's heading out to eastern, or I totally lost it, eastern or western part of Iowa to go pick up that Case 500 Rowtrac. We ended up making a deal with the guy. As you can see, our bank count is lower and we got her bought. But the only thing is Nate's got to truck it all the way here. So he'll be here, I'm guessing, in an hour or two, depending on how he's going. Nate, you on CB there?
Yep, what's going on?
I just got back to the farm with the air seeder. How far do you think you are out with that Rowtrac?
Probably about 30-ish minutes.
Okay, you coming down I-35 or I-80?
I-80.
Okay, traffic's probably pretty busy over there. Just be careful.
Will do.
Okay, so I'm going to pull this thing around and get her unhooked so we can get hooked up to the Rowtrac. So if you look at the air seeder here, we decided to go with tracks on the rear. I think tracks are going to be better. Since we have tracks on the tractor that's going to be pulling it, I like tracks on tracks. If we have a wheeled machine, we probably don't need tracks on the back. I like keeping things even like that, especially with how much weight you're going to be carrying around in the field. You run over all those newly planted wheat seeds. It's like, yeah, we should probably just run tracks. So it'll work good. I'm excited to test this thing out, get knocking out some acres. Since I stuck the 9430T off tillage to go pull that home, we're gonna go drive back down to the field, put it on tillage. We have a lot more corn to harvest yet, but we gotta get started on wheat. If we're gonna do this wheat thing, we gotta get started seeing this stuff. There's Nate's place. That boy always has a new pickup truck outside his driveway. We're gonna get hooked backed up to the VT. We still gotta service the machines for the morning yet. I'm gonna get her all hooked backed up to this VT, and we're gonna keep this machine running. We got Dylan coming out to run it. Quick, he's finishing up science class right now, but he should be out after that class is over. We'll drop her down and get going. This 9430T is honestly kind of overkill for this VT, but in my opinion, in farming, you can never have too much tractor, too much horsepower. Like, you got problems if you have too little horsepower, but if you have too much, really the only thing is people making fun of you. That's the only thing. Maybe some fuel usage, but that's it. So I would way rather be on the overkill side than the underkill side. And there we go. Dylan got out of science class a little early, so he's out here running her. There he is, just in time. It's always cool. The first time a new piece of equipment gets delivered to the farm, just watching it in the distance, it's probably one of the most exciting days, honestly.
All right, we want a detacher here.
That works, Nate. That works. Oh boy, she's in good condition. She's in real good condition. It's got the 3-point, it's got the 1000 PTO on her. It's got almost brand new tracks. Like, those tracks are 90, 95% on her. I think this is gonna work out good for the air seeder. I really do. And heck, this would be a good tile plot tractor. We already got the cable underneath it to pull if we need to. And we got the narrow tracks, which are some of the best for pulling tile pile. That'd be cool someday.
There's the keys. Go ahead and jump in there and get her started.
Perfect. There we go. I'll just slowly pull her off. We're looking good. Okay, we're gonna whip around here. First things first, we're gonna get her hooked up to the air seeder. We'll back her up. Nate will get me hooked up, most likely. Unless he's hooking up he might be hooking up the semi. I'll help him hook up the semi real quick. Go forward, Nate. There you go, right there, perfect.
You get the hydraulics on it?
Yep, hydraulics are good to go.
All right, let's get this thing hooked up.
Right there, you liking that?
Bring her straight back. Don't turn her a bit. A little bit more, angle it towards it. Bring it, come on back. A little bit the other direction. Right about there, should work.
Okay, we got her hooked up. We got all the hoses hooked up. Took 3 SCVs, I didn't even realize that, to get her hooked up. Everything should be good. We just got to get her full of seed now. Okay, so we're going to go get this thing set up. That way we can get this running. We're going to put wheat on the field right across from us, right across the street. It was soybean stubble previously. I really don't think we need tillage on this. I really don't think we need to do tillage. I mean, it's a no-till drill. We should be just fine. Okay, so we're going to get this thing unfolded here. This is the first time using a drill like this. So I'm very curious how this thing works.
Hey Grant, you on the radio?
Yeah, I got my walkie on me.
Hey, I'm gonna let you know I'm heading down to the cornfield to get that started this morning.
Okay, perfect. Oh, this works good. We're putting on urea with this, so we're putting on our nitrogen with urea, and it looks like it's working. It's working real good here. And sorry, I can't drive straight to save my life, but the nice thing about this is bean stubble, so we should have the beans produced a little bit of N left over in the soil, so we already have some N. So theoretically, I think wheat behind beans actually works pretty good. I've never done it in real life, but this makes sense to put wheat behind beans. Yeah, because it's a grass crop. And so we're really not using much nitrogen when we're putting down urea. This is working good because you can see the flag on the left and you can see the target, and we're just adding maybe a little bit of urea to it. So this is perfect. Let's see how fast this baby can pull her. We're in 11th gear, 12th gear, 13th gear. Okay, I've got the hired worker going planting, so we're gonna let him do his thing, and then he'll take over, and we'll see what he can get done. We're back onto corn harvest. I'm in the 790 right now. I'm gonna finish the little end of this field here. We're gonna dive into some corn. Just got a little bit to finish off, and Nate and the crew is already on the other end of the field, finishing that field. And all this corn's yielding like pretty bad, like pretty terrible. I guess not too terrible. It's going to 189 bushels an acre. But some of our better stuff, we got some really good fields over there that were well fertilized. We'll probably be in that 250 range. So excited to get to those fields. Okay, we are done with this field. For some reason, our AI worker on tillage on the other end, or aka Dylan over there, decides to shut off when it hits a point row. That's really sharp because of how the field's designed. Oh boy, I almost ran into Nate there, playing some chicken. Nate, I'll just cut across the other field and start harvesting, man.
Alright, didn't know if you want to unload it before you jump the ditch.
Actually, let's do that.
The lighter the better.
Yes, sir. We're going to dive it into some of this corn. I'm very curious how this stuff's going to be yielding too. Right now, 188.4 is what I'm seeing here. 188.3 going down a little bit. Yeah, if we take a look at the yield map here, we have good soil here, a silty clay, like that's a pretty good soil. We just didn't get the nitrogen out that we need on this soil. We just didn't have enough nitrogen, but these farms over here, we had a good amount of nitrogen down. So these will be yielding really good, I'm guessing. And there we go. You can see the hired worker is running good over here on the seeder. We're about half done with this field, and I'm really liking this case Rowtrac. I mean, it is a sleek interior. Everything's looking good on it. It's got the CVT transmission. Okay, we're unloading the rest of the bin of what I got in the combine on Nate, and he should be good to go, and we are officially done with this field. The yield monitor, guys, is not going to look good. Like, it's ugly, but we will have some better yield and stuff over on field 65. So we're going to move to, actually, dude, I really just want to go to the best stuff right now. Let's head over to 62, dude. I want to see how good that corn is.
I mean, why don't you head over there with one truck and trailer, and we let our other 2 combines finish out the small field that they already started.
Okay, that works good.
The last bad field that we got.
What's nice, we got folding corn heads, so since we're done, just fold her up, head down the road, don't have to take it off. Super, super nice. Okay, here's field 62. We're gonna see what this baby has to offer. We did things right on this field. The other fields, not so much. We're gonna start up the separator, start up the header, lower her down. We're gonna dive into some corn here, just to start stripping off the end rows. Okay, I gotta check the yield monitor. We gotta check the yield monitor, guys. Where we at? So far, decent yield, and we'll get into some better stuff over here too. I think this is like taking the average though, because it's saying 186 and it's not changing. So it must be taking the other corn average. I'm looking down below at that little yellow mark on the bottom right hand corner of my screen. It says 186.2 bushels per acre, and it's not really changing much. So maybe it is yielding there. It feels like the combine's filling up a ton faster. So we'll see. Okay, we're not going to be able to make it around the edge of the field. The corn yield's definitely a lot better. It's going up. It's going up. The average is going up like crazy. We're probably going to need like Nate to come save us, because we're not going to even make it back to the roadway. Nate, can you come save us, man?
I can jump in the 8R and come down there.
Perfect. I completely lied. I forgot we have a road right alongside the field, so technically I could make it around to the front, but we just don't have any. Oh, Nate, you could just take this road over here. Oh gosh.
Move too late.
Oh gosh. Just throw her on the train is what I should be doing here. Just toss her on the train. Here he comes. Here Nate comes with the tracks that are doing the weird thing. That's how that grain cart always is until it gets super close to you. There we go. Perfect. Boy, it takes kind of a long time to unload, Nate. Seems like we're gonna have a good amount of bushels in that cart by the time we're unloaded here. There you go. Yep. I mean, Nate's doing perfect. I'll just lay off the throttle a little bit, fill that backside, because we gotta get that backside filled. There we go. And right there. Good to go, Nate. Good to go, man. Nate, how many bushels do you have in that cart right now?
The weight monitor says about 884.
Gotcha. Perfect. So he's gonna run down the road. Are you just gonna toss that in the bin site, Nate?
That'd be my best bet. I
Okay.
mean, we don't got a semi truck near.
Yeah, that'd work good. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next episode.